Lallana broke Slovakia's resistance 5 minutes into added time. Adam Lallana spared England's embarrassment with an injury time strike as Sam Allardyce's reign started with victory in Slovakia. England struggled to break Slovakia's resistance in this opening World Cup qualifier, even when they were reduced to 10 men after captain Martin Skrtel's 57th-minute dismissal for a foul on Harry Kane. Allardyce claimed before the game that he might be satisfied with a draw against a Slovakian side who shut England out in a 0-0 group stage draw at Euro 2016, but that would not have been the case had they failed to profit from their numerical advantage in Trnava. Lallana had been England's best hope of a goal as he struck the post and forced a fine save from Slovakia keeper Matus Kozacik before his decisive intervention seconds from the final whistle. Liverpool's midfield man had failed to score in his 26 previous England appearances but snatched the winner here as his low shot squeezed under Kozacik just as Slovakia thought they had survived a spell of sustained pressure near the end. Lallana's winner sparked scenes of wild celebration on England's bench, but this was as much out of relief as any other emotion. Nothing can disguise that this was a largely pedestrian and colorless display until a late surge of pressure against a tiring Slovakia side without key defender Skrtel following his deserved red card. England often laboured and it took until the 65th minute to muster their first shot on target through captain Wayne Rooney, a reflection of their failure to capitalise on superiority when measured in territory and possession. Too often, this performance offered up a painful reminder of the flaws England demonstrated at Euro 2016, with striker Kane not only short of confidence, and buffeted throughout by Skrtel before his red card, but also starved of decent support and supply. It is, however, a time for realism. This is an England team who left France in humiliation in the summer. Those ills were never going to be cured in 90 minutes. For all the faults on display, this was a crucial if very unspectacular win, a very small building block in restoring confidence. Allardyce suggested before the game that Captain Rooney would be restored to a more offensive role here in Trnava and that the experiment of using him in midfield, a ploy that became a narrative throughout Roy Hodgson's dismal Euro 2016 campaign, was over. And yet here he was, back in midfield with Eric Dier and Jordan Henderson as a defensive shield, often dropping far too deep to make any real impact. Allardyce's strident defense of Rooney's ability and selfless team ethic showed how much he admires the 30-year-old Manchester United captain, but it was noticeable England had more drive once Dele Alli was introduced into the number 10 role. It is early days for Allardyce, and he is clearly counting on Rooney after confirming him as his captain. It remains to be seen, though, whether Rooney is used again in midfield or whether this was simply a decision taken for a potentially hazardous opening qualifier. After the game, Allardyce said, "It is not for me to say where to play Wayne Rooney," adding that he did play a little deeper than I thought he'd play today. Sam Allardyce's debut victory makes him the 9th successive England manager to win their first game in charge. Wayne Rooney made his 116th appearance for England, more than any other outfield player. Only goalkeeper Peter Shilton, 125, has played more games for England. England have won each of their last 13 Euro